Hello artists, right now we are going to practice drawing ears. For this assignment, you have a few resources available to you in the Google Classroom. The first is a printout with a step-by-step directions where you can visually see the lines and the shading building. The second is the demonstration video that you are currently watching, and the third is this worksheet right here that you are going to complete. Okay, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to write your name on the worksheet. When you are finished with this assignment, this is the sheet you're going to take a photograph of, and you are going to upload it to the Google Classroom, okay, under your classwork assignment. Okay, so in this demonstration, you're going to follow along with my video and that worksheet, and you are going to draw an ear in the box below. I want you to fill the space as best as you can. So that means getting as close to the edges as possible. When you are finished, you're going to draw more ears. You're going to look at these two ears down here, and you are going to sketch them out and shade them into the best of your ability. Okay, disclaimer before we start, ears are very weird things to draw. They have all sorts of curves and bends, and they all look a little different from each other. So when you start drawing your ears, you're going to notice a lot of details in there that are interesting and a little strange. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do to get started is make sure you have your pencil. Make sure your pencil has a good sharp point. Okay, we always draw in pencil when we create our art. Okay, we're going to create the shape of our ear. I'm going to create a large C shape here. Okay, that's going to come down. And again, ears vary greatly, okay? Sometimes the earlobes are attached, sometimes they're detached. So they're all very different. The one we're gonna draw right now, you have your giant C. Okay, I'm gonna go inside and I'm gonna create this first ledge. So that is like this edge here on both of these ears. You see this one's thicker and that one's thinner. Okay, so that's our first step here. The next step is we're going to create the little wiggly, okay, for the inside part. Okay, and that, again, it kind of looks like that little swoopy seagull, that shape that we used when we created the top lip and when we created the base of the nose. Okay, so it's a shape similar to that. Okay, and then over here, we're going to bring this shape, this kind of little curve in here. And then we're going to create and close this out. So this is going to become the whole of the ear. And then we're going to create this crease here. We'll create another little loop here. Okay. So this is going to be the base of our ear that we are drawing. So then we're going to come up and we're going to add shading to the ear here at the top. So just really soft shading in at the top. Turn my paper a little bit here to get that. Okay, and again, I'm laying my pencil flat on its side. Nice long tip on my pencil. Try to make these marks as smooth as possible. Move them in little circles. I'm just going to soften that up a little. Okay, I'm going to darken up this top edge a little bit more. And you can build your shading, okay? So you can smooth it out and then add some darkness over top. If it's too dark in an area, you can use your eraser to lighten it. Okay. So that is that part of the ear. Now if this is the inner, the underside, it's gonna get a little shadow. It's gonna dip in. So that's gonna be darker. A little cave. This out a little bit. Okay. It's gonna go darker. It's gonna fade down into that area. Okay. gonna be the top of my ear. It's looking a little pointy. I'm gonna smooth that out. Okay. Well, there's nothing wrong with a pointy ear. It could be an elf ear. Okay. I'm gonna come down a little bit closer here. Okay, so I modified this shape a little to curve out. Okay. Now I'm gonna go into this inner drum, and you can see in both of the examples below that this is pretty dark. So the dark parts would be the shadows here, and then that inner drum. Pressing, pressing, pressing. I'll shade that whole bit in. Again, notice the way I'm making my marks, circling those around. Try to hide those pencil marks so they don't look scribbled. Okay, always practicing those good shading skills. Okay, if this is coming down here, this is gonna shadow and fade out. The more I learn my shading, the smoother it gets on top. Okay, and then this is gonna come down here for like medium gray. That lobe, and that's a very big lobe I drew. Okay, I'm gonna shade that in nice and smooth. This part in nice and smooth first. Okay, now these lines that I drew, they're going to become these creases that are down here. So those are going to get a little fade up. Just like that. Okay, so that is going to be how you draw the generic ear. Okay, and then you're going to come down here and you are going to sketch out the shape of those ears. Okay, starting with that C shape. Okay, then we looked at this line here. Okay, so see how they're different on both of these ears. Okay, and then you're going to look for those details. Okay, that heart-shaped center. Okay, and then add in the shading. When you are finished with this assignment and this worksheet, I want you to take a picture of it, and then you're gonna upload this worksheet to the Google Classroom under this assignment. Okay, have fun.